It's going to be pretty lively here in the News Center area in front of the State Building, both outside and inside. I think that meeting is going to get very lively when that gets started. Now, as you mentioned, we've been telling you about the 12 days of protest. Well, today is day 4. A group of religious and community leaders will be demonstrating outside as they have been around the city. They're opposed to any consent agreement that diminishes the power of the mayor and the city council. They chose this spot today, and they'll be gathering shortly. In fact, I actually see some of them beginning to gather. They haven't started protesting, obviously, but they're here because at 1:30 today, we'll take a look at some video we shot earlier of the financial review team. That team is meeting again today, and you know that there's a deadline of March 26. On that deadline, they are supposed to hand over the governor and the treasurer their recommendations. Basically, only 2 choices, because it has to be either a consent agreement or a recommendation for an emergency manager. They can say the other choice is there's no crisis, but we know that's not the case. Now, they're meeting today, even though yesterday, and we've been telling you twists and turns, yesterday in Ingham County, the same judge who's been weighing in and actually forced them to hold these meetings in public, that same judge says, hold on, state of Michigan, you may not sign a consent agreement of any kind until we have a hearing on the 29th. Now, the state now says that it plans to appeal that. So the meeting will probably go on today. There'll be a lot of people in the audience. That'll be the lively part, because the review team itself probably is not going to come out with any recommendations. They're going to be meeting among themselves, talking about, you know, some numbers and such. So we'll be covering it. We'll have the very latest for you on later editions of Action News. Reporting live from Detroit's News Center area, I'm Val Clark, 7 Action News.
You know, Val, we hope that, or I think everybody hopes that they can just get something worked out with an agreement, with an EM, no matter what it is, just so we can get back to the task at hand of coming up with solutions to the city's financial crisis.
Yes, and Joanne, we talked to many city council people yesterday. Believe me, they are studying the mayor's counter proposals. They're putting their 2 cents, I'll call it, in, but everyone is pretty dedicated to having this joint counter proposal to present. And yesterday, Treasurer Dillon said that he was ready and willing to go with a counter proposal, but they've got to give him something, he says, or else it's back to square one with that consent agreement draft that nobody seems to really want.
And the mayor says, get something to us ASAP because time is running out.
Yeah,
Val Clark
sure.
reporting. All right, we appreciate the update there, Val.